Abusive Gamer here. Gonna be playing a little bit of Hearthstone today, a little bit of HS. Gonna play maybe some Arena, a little bit of ranked play. So let's get on with the show, shall we?
All right, we're back with the dream still being alive. We're 2-0. Can we do a 12-0 run? Like I said before, I would be happy with just getting 10 wins in Arena lately. The competition has gotten really fierce, really, really good. You see even like a lot of the top end streamers and YouTubers of the world are having hard times getting 12 victories in Arena these days. Everybody's pretty much watching videos. It's kind of like poker. You know, everybody picked up a book and everybody read poker books and yada, yada, yada. And they started figuring out how to play poker. And, you know, they're not just easy pushovers anymore, you know. So we had to do a little bit of a mulligan action there. Come out with a better, thankfully, 2-drop. And some guys nice 2 and 3 drop. Druids, man, they are a tough friggin' customer. If you got a druid that knows how to play, you know, that's one deck that I would really love to master as a late game druid. I think they have a lot of play for late. They're fun late game, but boy, the puzzles and the math get pretty complicated with the late game druid. Now, I am not talking about you just throw your big minis on board and just smash face. Talk about an actual match, a really good one. And there's a lot of figuring out, like, sometimes you got to eat, like, 8 damage to the face with the druid just to secure the victory. But it doesn't seem like, hey, I'm about to hit this guy who I just made an 8-1. You know, 8 damage to the face of the druid. Well, 7 technically because you have 1 buff from the armor. But, oh, wow. Well, this will be low. A little tough to get through here. 2-8. You never want to see that on turn 3. But I noticed that this card was very popular in priest decks when it first got introduced. But I don't know about you guys. I've seen a lot more being gone now. I think the random minion chance is just too much for some people to bear. Me, you know, with my luck, he would bring out Ragnaros for him. It would bring out his, you know, his tree bark druids. It would just bring out the worst of the worst for me. It just seems to be like the RNG. You know, my luck runs that way, and just in life in general. At least that's not what I always feel right. You know, it's like everything else. You can remember, I can tell you 90% of my bad games in Hearthstone. I know, it's like bad beats in poker. You know, I could tell you how I lost my money, but I can't tell you how I won the money. That's the funny part, you know. I could tell you how I lost the match, but I can't tell you how I won the match. So, the old Innervate's coming out here. Druid. Well, he really wanted another taunt. I think he should have went with a charge, in my opinion. But does have to remember. Well, I got me a nice little card there, a little polymorph. Let's see here. You know, a lot of people say, no, you know, this turn should be really easy, but actually, it's not about this turn. It's about what are you going to do in 5, 6, 7, you know. What are you going to do in the next few turns? Like, who should you attack, who should you not attack? And that's what people don't understand. Like, I had a game recently happened that I'm going to be finishing making the video of, where there was a minion who, when he dropped the 2/1 owl and silenced my Harvest Golem. And I planned on bringing the Harvest Golem back with Brewmaster. And so I hit to the face with the 2/3 minion instead of killing the owl. Now it was only the owl on the board. Killing the owl, then Brewmastering it back. And I was able to show that puzzle of why I should have killed the 2/1. And it's a pretty interesting thing. It doesn't seem like it was a big deal. Like 2/2 to the face, bring him back. You got a 5/4 versus a 2/1. But in reality, if I would have did it the opposite way, being a mage, with my ping ability, I would have had board control on around, I think it was around 5 or 6. But instead, he ended up having, it would have been me with 1 minion, 2/1, and he would have been with nobody. But unfortunately, it was him with 2 minions, me with 0. All because I didn't kill that owl. So sometimes, even though you say, oh, it's just a 2/1 or it's, it's a 3 whatever, sometimes maybe you need to kill that to make sure you maintain board control. So instead of taking 3 damage to their face or whatnot, you should kill that minion because it's going to screw you over in the next couple rounds. Some people don't see that. And that's one thing that I've really been, come on, baby. Yeah, that's a good card. That's a really good card. I guarantee you the Druid does not like that card. All right, baby. This might put us in the driver's seat here for a while. Yeah. But that was a saying before the old fell creeper got me distracted, was the fact that maintaining the board control when you don't see it, that's one thing I'm having to learn that my game really suffers on. Everybody can say, okay, I have 5 mana, so I should maybe, spend all my mana, stay on the mana curve, value town or whatever. But sometimes, not sitting there realizing that, not hitting this guy is going to screw you over. A lot of times you think, oh, I could just, hit him for 7 damage to the face or whatnot. But hitting that 7 damage to the face made you lose board control 2 rounds later because he had the right card that you didn't think about. Oh, like if he has this card, he can buff him on blah, blah, blah round. I lose my guy. He maintains board control. But if I kill that guy now, I have board control and he's in trouble. So that's one of the biggest things that I recommend anybody who's starting Hearthstone and looking at arena matches or looking at just regular gameplay, constructive and stuff like that. Because that's the biggest thing to study. You can sit there and copy everybody's deck to the end of time. All the pros. Ooh, got himself a nice 4/4. You can copy yourself all the pros. You can copy all that stuff. And then wonder why. Man, I don't understand. I watched him just like a poker book, like I was talking about earlier. You read it, doesn't mean you can go fucking play poker. It just means the basic hand setup value that you should play. Just like this, the cards you should play. What's the bad cards to stay away from? What's the bad legendaries? Yada, yada, yada. And that's when you're going to have to learn the next formula, which is what I'm learning now. What cards to get rid of, what cards to leave on board. When's it safe to hit to the face, when it's not safe to hit the face. So don't be frustrated out there in TV land. Abusive. Oh, he's the frustrated kind of guy, I love to bring the hammer to the party. But you gotta grin it, you gotta bear it. Unfortunately, like I've talked about before with all these big box retailers and all that stuff, if you actually want to play games in this industry, you're gonna have to play whatever the fuck they give you. So it doesn't look like he wants me to have any kind of card draw here, so he's gonna kill my poor Alkalated Pain. I at least get, you still at least get 1 card off him, which is fine by me. I do like 1 card. I do have that nice little, Flame Strike sitting way to the left over there in case he really loads this board up. But looks like he's maybe playing around Flame Strike. But eventually, he's going to have to put some minions on board to deal with my big boy sitting right there and staring him right in the face. Oh, the old Mulligan there. I mean, not the old Mulligan. The old Brewmaster. Bringing back the old... Aha. Trying to get tricky. You gotta remember, I'm a mage. Divine Shield isn't that good on the Scarlet Crusader because I can get rid of it with a little ping. Little ping action. You don't get quite the value of that card as you do against other people. So we're going to go Weaponsmith here. I'm pretty sure we're going to go ahead and get that mirror image on board here. That was a nice little pickup in my opinion. Oh, you know, another thing too is if you're planning a certain step, like for instance, why I did this, is I want to make sure that I have that mana spent. You know what I mean? Before I spend my mana. There's been times, especially starting out, that I don't do something correctly. I turn around and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough mana. I lost me the game. There's a classic early Warlock or arena I did where I could have board cleared him and been way ahead. Well, I'm not technically way ahead, but I would have saved my life basically. And he had no cards, and I miscalculated. I needed a Hellfire, but I casted out a minion that I really didn't need on board, which shorted me 1 mana. And because of that, he killed me next turn, which really pissed me off. That I ended up doing that, not having enough for the actual play that I was going to do. So a lot of times, you know, just if you know you're going to do a certain thing, and that's that, and then you're going to, whatever's left over with the mana, make sure you do that first so you don't screw up, you know. So that's why I went back, and I was like, you know what, it's just easier if I do what I'm going to do in the first place. Then, oh, okay, I still have enough to bring out the Weaponsmith. I'm trying to make sure, I knew I had enough there, but I wanted to make sure, you know what, I'm trying to train myself, put it back down, redo it, so I do it correctly. So this is a really good time to Flame Strike here. We're going to board clear him and go straight to the face. This War Golem is just doing work to him. Just doing work. Love it. I think this might be game, boys and girls. It might be game. He brings any big taunt to the ball game. It's not good enough. I can silence with my owl. Another reason why I think silence is making a big comeback. Nobody was running with silences for the longest time, but now with the Belchers and, you know, really good taunt cards out there, that everybody's wanting to get a silence. That's why during that draft I was like, I want me a silence. I seen the owl and I fucking took him because I'm like, you know what? I don't know how many times in arena where I'm like, I wish I had a silence right here. I really wish I had a silence. And I didn't. I don't want to play Zombie Chow. Like, Zombie Chow, in my opinion, is out of the equation these days. Out of the equation this late in the match. It's going to continue to hit him to the face. I don't think he's going to be able to do much now that I put that out. He hasn't been able to deal with the War Golem this whole time. I don't think he can deal with the Mountain Giant now, too. So, he's contemplating on killing one of his minions, but decided, well, if he can't deal with the War Golem, how is he going to deal with this Molten Giant? Or, sorry, not Molten Giant. The Mountain Giant. I don't think he can. Oh, he just wants to show that he has Leroy, huh? Here you go. I have this legendary. I could have killed you off. Whatever, douche. Don't care. All right, let's go right straight to the next game. 3-0, baby. The dream is alive. As long as we don't go 3 losses in a row, damn it. I did just finish a Warlock arena the other day. Because, of course, I don't tape every single arena. I just would have so much game footage, it'd be ridiculous for the time being until I get a little bit better with my editing abilities and stuff like that. But I did finish a Warlock arena where I had a good deck. And I'm like, I know this deck is good. It's a little light on the spells, but really good minion spread. And I'm like, what the hell? I went 0-2. I was like, I went both times against a mage. And unfortunately, the old RNG Jesus, you know, both mages had just a million spells, a million frostbolts and fireballs, and it was bad. So I ended up losing both those games. I'm like, man, I know this deck is good, but there's just nothing I can do. Like, both of them just happen to have early game with my early game, and then with spells on top of it, they were able to take me out. And then I went, bam, 6 straight. The best I've ever done. The best I've ever done, taping wise, streaming wise, or whatever. I don't think I've ever have an arena video that went that many wins. And once I got to like 3 or 4 wins, I'm like, man, should have been taping this series. You know, as they say, is you should always tape at all times. That's what they say. You should always tape at all times because things might happen, which is so true. There's been times like, man, why wasn't I taping here? Whether it's Arena or World of Warcraft, Smite, which is an awesome game, by the way. I have Smite video, check it out. I'm going to be making another one here very soon. The fact that I've played it a lot more, but let's make quick work of this Warlock, shall we? Get ourselves some 0 mana cost. You know, low mana abilities. Yeah, baby. Who doesn't like casting Frostbolt for free? Anybody? Anybody like casting Frostbolt for free? Mirror images for free? Anybody? Stop his old baby making machine there. Let me get one more little baby out there, and that'll be the end of that. We got off to a very good start here. This could be a very quick match if he doesn't watch out. Which I don't care about his taunt because I got me a nice little cheap fireball right now. So I'm definitely going to fireball this. Get that out of the way. Ping one of his guys. And kill. And let's do it. Straight to the face. Boom. Now a lot of people say, well, why didn't you just go straight to the face of both? I don't even want him to have a 1/1 minion on board. I don't want him to do no funky power overwhelming ability. Nothing. Just kill it and get it over with. Of course, I don't like the Spectral Knight that he just put up. That's a 4/6 bad boy, but we're going to get ourselves a little card draw right here. See what we can do. The only good thing is we still got 2 mirror images out there. Starting to change my mind about the mirror images. I don't like that card. I don't like that card. Oh, but I love that card. Silence! Boosh. Yeah, let's go ahead and just shut him down here for a round and go straight to the face, baby. Oh, this Warlock is probably pretty pissed off right now. I know I would be. He's got a taunt to get through. As long as he does not have a board clear here, a Hellfire or a Shadow Flame, we're golden. What you got? 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 I think that's game. I think that's game. Oh, it's definitely game unless he fishes. Now you can't even fish anything that can clear the board. Yeah. You know, wish every arena was like that. Abusive Gamer. And there it is. The next installment. Sub, you know, throw some comments, leave some feedback, guys. It's the only way, you know, we can get things rolling. Abusive Gamer, and I'm out.